welcome to Lynn's Recipes. Today I'm going to make a glazed Irish tea cake. This was something that one of my viewers requested. The amounts of the ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe will be listed in the information box below, or you can find it on the website. For the cake, you're going to need butter, sugar, vanilla, eggs, baking powder, salt, cream cheese, cake flour, currants, and buttermilk. For the glaze, you'll need lemon juice and powdered sugar. You're going to need to preheat your oven to 325 degrees and prepare a loaf pan by spraying it with cooking spray, lining it with parchment paper, and then spraying the parchment paper. The first thing I'm going to do to start the cake is take a 1/4 cup of my cake flour and stir it into my currants, so that when I get ready to add this to my cake batter, they do not all sink to the bottom of the batter. I'm going to set this aside and move on to the next step. The next thing I'm going to do is take the rest of my cake flour and add my baking powder and salt to it and just give it a little whisk to combine it. And then I'm going to also set this aside. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take my butter and put it in this big bowl along with my sugar and my vanilla. And I'm going to start creaming this together with my mixer. Okay, now I'm going to add my eggs one at a time and beat well after each addition. Now I'm going to add my cream cheese and continue beating. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding my flour mixture and my buttermilk mixture. I'm going to start with my flour and I'm going to alternate until they're all incorporated. I'm going to stop and scrape down the sides to make sure all the flour is incorporated. And now I'm going to completely mix it all together. That looks good. So now I'm going to take my currants and put them in. And I'm going to just fold them into the batter. Okay, my currants are all incorporated into the batter, and now I'm going to pour it into my loaf pan that I've prepared. Now what I'm going to do is put this in my preheated 325 degree oven for about 1 hour and 25 minutes. My glazed Irish tea cake cooked for 1 hour and 25 minutes. I just took it out of the oven. This is what it looks like. I stuck my cake tester in the middle. It came out clean, so I know it's done. Now what we're going to do is let it sit here for 10 minutes in the pan, and then I'll take it out and we'll make the glaze. Sophie's going to help me finish up this recipe. So our cake has been cooling for 10 minutes, and now we're just going to kind of run a little knife around the edges. And we're going to turn it out on a cooling rack. Take the parchment paper off. flip it over. Now I'm going to set this aside while I make the glaze. And so Sophie's going to help me do that. So we're going to put in the powdered sugar. And I'm going to start with just about 2 teaspoons of lemon juice and see if I need any more. Okay. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, let's add just a little bit more. Okay, now let's mix some more. Okay, let's pull the cake back over.
Is it done?
We're going to glaze it and then we're going to let it cool, okay? So we're going to pour the glaze on top of the cake. Pretty good. So now I'm going to let this cool completely and then we'll slice it and show you what it looks like on a plate. I'm ready to serve a piece of this cake, so I'm going to slice a piece and put it on a plate and show you what it looks like. You can see the currants all in it. What do you think, Sophie?
It's good!
This is my glazed Irish tea cake. I hope you enjoy it.